look at my beautiful plants. So I had a little bit of issues starting these up in between the dogs making mess and knocking them over and them being outside and that one getting a bug and so on and so forth. Things have been a little bit like up and down, but so far everything's going well. But as a result, you'll see that there are plants growing on top of plants. Literally, I don't know how. I do not know how this happened, but it's literally like two seeds were in the exact same spot. And now they're damaging each other. You can see that, so I have to deal with that. As for these guys, you can see that they're now too big for this little spot, and you can see that. I think you see that by the stems going brown. They're starting to get ready to actually move into their own place. Yes, I've got little bits of grass in between and all. That's because I literally just used the soil from outside. But this just has one. This just literally just has one and a bunch of grass. But I want to move this one out most certainly. But now it's got this little one starting there. Why do I have such freaking hiccups, man? And this I'm still waiting to see what happens. I planted new just the other day. So let's see. Wow, it's so dark. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to be manifesting. We're going to manifest something. So I want a raise from work. This is so weird that I feel weird about this, but here we go. So I want a raise from work. So I want to manifest this. Now the thoughts that I had were, it was three things. It was 3 moments through the day of gratitude for this thing, with the intent that I have already received it. And then the second thing is 10 minutes a day of self-reflection and contemplation. So 10 minutes of getting through the doubt. Why do I doubt it? Why do I believe I can't have it? And then going deeper and doing the healing and the sifting. Eliminating the doubt and replacing it with faith, belief, value, things like that. Then the third thing is imagination. So what's it called? Envisioning, I guess, I suppose. I'm going to spend 10 minutes a day visualizing something about it. So maybe for this raise, I can visualize, or actually the example I want to use is, because the raise is a big thing, you can visualize a lot, but like a computer. Visualize that. Visualize getting the message. Visualize that I've actually received it. Feel it as well. Visualize, or imagine. I suppose imagine is a better word because you want to feel it as well. Envision even. We're right back at the beginning. But do 10 minutes a day of that, Where am I going to put the computer? What am I going to install first on it? What lights am I going to have around it? What am I going to do with my office as a result? Am I still going to be in the same office? Things like that. Actually plan out the fact that this could be mine. And I need to plan for that. So 3 things a day. And I'm going to film it. I'm going to record this. I don't know if I'm going to record my technically 5 things a day. Especially because 2 of them are just 10 minutes of me just sitting back. Unless I have thoughts. Let's see how it goes. This is completely unplanned. I literally had this thought this evening. In fact, just now. Then I want to learn to manifest. I want to get all these other things that I'm not able to get because of money. And I want to change my situation financially. And pretty much that's that. Like, yes, there's a 4th one, which is girls, but That is something that I need to come to terms with first. I need to understand that one. And my main issue is my money. Frickin' money, man. Frickin' money, man. I love money. I do. But it's been a constant struggle. It's not been a healthy battle. Whew. That's why we're doing this. Because I want to be famous on YouTube. How can I do that? Well, this would make sense, right? So we're going to do that. I'm tired of the in-between, the highs and lows you're giving me. I'm falling, falling, falling down. I'm falling, falling down. I'm a bickie sick. That's right, I am a bickie sick. I recorded video. That's why my nose looks so freaking like I got vapor up all over myself. Last night I recorded that manifestation video, decided that I'm going to start a manifestation YouTube channel or a challenges YouTube channel, starting with manifestation or self-help or healing. I don't know. That's the idea of this channel, is something in that field. But for those of you who don't know, obviously I'll put like a little bit of that in this. That's beautiful. That's just a icy, rocky lake is what it is. But part of this whole manifesting thing is deciding how I'm going to go about it. Now, last night I said I want to do 3 things. I do still want to do 3 things. I want to do the gratitude for having it. So we're going to start there. So thank you, thank you, thank you. First, I'm just going to introduce myself into gratitude. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for my car. Thank you for my home. Thank you for my job. Thank you for my income. Thank you for my Steam games. Thank you for my Epic Games store and my free games from Epic Games. Thank you for my computer. Thank you for my phone. Thank you for my mouse and keyboard, my headset and all of my mouse pads. Okay, now we're going into a tool that I received from a witch. Thank you, thank you, thank you for... Thank you, thank you, thank you that 2 new people have subscribed to my YouTube gaming channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you that 2 new people have bought and paid for my Udemy course. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the end of this week, Sunday this week, I want to have achieved 117 subscribers on my gaming channel. And in doing so, I will... I don't know. I'll think about what I'll do. Because it has to be something with YouTube. Fuck, this is hard. The thing is, 117 subscribers, 2 extra subscribers really doesn't feel like a big deal, but it also feels unachievable. But that's why I'm doing this, because this is going to unlock and open up those gates so that I can deal with the trauma and the issues and the doubt and why do I believe like that's impossible, so that I can actually then bring it into my life. But yes, so I'm not going to place a reward on that right now because that idea is just pissing me off more than anything. So I'm just going to be grateful that by the end of this week, we have achieved 117 subscribers and 2 new paid enrollments on my Udemy course. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye Sunday. Okay, now that was just introducing gratitude. We are now going into the second part of the gratitude, which is being grateful for what I want. Now, what I want to manifest, what I first want to manifest is a raise. And I've been trying to debate whether I should put an amount on this raise or not. And I've decided that yes, I'm going to. And I started at 28. I then bumped it up to 30. I then decided, let's just go all the way to 32,000. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if it happens, then manifestation, man, is freaking awesome. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me a raise up to 32,000 Rand. Thank you, thank you, thank you for providing me with so much money that I never have to worry again. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me what I've always been asking for and answering my prayers and helping me grow into my financial self. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so that was the gratitude. The second thing that I want to do is, I do want to do visualization. So maybe we can visualize. In fact, with the visualization, last night I was just talking about it, but I actually want to go about these things in different ways. So the 3 things I'm going to do in a day are going to be different. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to journal. So I'm going to, in fact, I'm not going to, I might as well just keep the camera going. Why don't I? Oh my God. The issue though is the whole, Jesus. I wish my body would just stop being all this nonsense right now. The issue with this is that I'm so sick and tired of editing videos. I'm not gonna lie. It literally is becoming the bane of my existence. I don't want to do it anymore, and therefore I just want to do videos like this. So when I sit and I journal for 10 minutes and don't do anything in the camera, you know, it's like, should I really be recording this? But I think what I'm gonna do is gonna put the camera off, start journaling, let things come out. Because the other idea I could do is just to journal in front of the camera. So I might as well do a bit of both. So let's see. Okay, so why do I feel like, in fact, fuck this. Why am I doing this? I can just do this. Like, writing is nice though, so I might do it. But why do I feel like money is hard to find? In fact, let me just do this. I'm getting stuck in my head about how to do this because I don't know. I can't record every 10-minute session that I do, you know, especially if I'm doing something for a full month. That means the video is going to be 7 million hours long. So I really don't know how I'm going to do this, but I guess just for now, let's just focus on the right now. And the right now is that I need to understand why. I need to try and self-reflect. I need to self-reflect and understand why this has been going this way. But before that, I actually think I need to do the visualizing first, because that will unlock the pain. Because I can feel the pain sitting on my energy aura. I can feel it, especially in this arm. I feel it running all the way up, right into underneath my elbow and my shoulder. I feel that pain sitting there, but I can't trigger it. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to go and do my visualizing. And what I'm going to do is, for that, is I'm actually going to be budgeting. So we're going to be budgeting as though we've already received this amount of money. And that is going to be the visualization process, because as I do that, it's going to trigger, it's going to trigger things. You'll see what I mean. And then I can deal with that on the spot. Okay. I'm currently steaming. And for some reason, I thought, what better time to do video than now? For some freaking reason. Dude, can this thing fucking move, please? Okay, so. Oh my God, this is tedious. Being a human being sometimes is the most awful thing. Okay. Forgive whatever nonsense you see coming out of my system. Last night was way worse. Anyways, so let's start. Why do I feel bad about money? I feel like money is something that I've always had to, or always believed that I've had to work very hard to achieve. So that's number one, is that self-limiting belief. Actually, quite honestly, I think the reason things are not triggering is because I've actually dealt with a lot of it. Maybe even most of it. Of my financial trauma and my financial wounds. The other thing we can also do is go online onto YouTube and actually search financial healing and stuff like that. And entitlement healing is coming to mind as well, which means that's also still something I need to think about, even though it doesn't make sense, because with entitlement it feels like, on one hand it feels like I don't want to feel like I'm special from anybody else and therefore deserve privileges, but on the other hand I feel like I've been chosen negatively. Exampled by even simple things like the fact that my Wi-Fi, and this is a proper thing, this is actually something that happens. My Wi-Fi will work on any device for anybody, but it won't work on a single device of my own. It works for my mom and her phone, her laptop, her other stuff. It works for Emma with her phone, her laptop, her other stuff. It works for guests. It works for visitors. It works literally everybody that's in this household. But my stuff, I have 3 phones. Well, now I have 2 phones and a computer. And all of them will say there's no internet connected without internet. And that's just an example of how, like everyone always says, you are not being picked on, you're not being outcast, whatever. But like that's an exact example of what I mean. How come it's so direct and so just me? It doesn't make sense. And that applies to other things too, including money, including finances. I don't know a single other person who is always having to spend at least half his money on just fixing stuff up, or life circumstance, or foot fungus, or sickness, or something like that. You know, it's like every single month there is something more, and that's really what's holding me back, because the amount of money I have is not necessarily a bad amount or earn, but unfortunately it just doesn't cover what I actually end up spending, because life throws shit my way all the fucking time. I'm so fucking sick of it. And I feel like the only way out of that is to get more money, because the only way out of it, if life is just going to keep doing this to me, then the only way I can survive it is to make money, more and more money, to the point where my money, the income, outweighs the expenses, because at this rate I'm not going to get anywhere. So that's why I'm so desperate for this. And that brings another thing, is pressure and desperation. I used to be super desperate for money, and super eager to have it, put a lot of pressure on it, and I think I've calmed down in that regard a lot. I think that's going to help the manifestation process a lot more. However, it's taken a long time for me to get here. It's taken all this. I literally just had to accept. I mean, I'm still super angry about it, and I still can't fathom it. And I've even sworn last night. I had a conversation with my angels and even with God, and I swore at them. I said, "Fuck you guys, fuck you awful pieces of shit." Proper going at them, because it is not fair. It is not fair that I cannot advance simply because life keeps happening to my disadvantage, and every single month, you know. And people are like, yes, life happens at disadvantage. You got to find a problem. You got to find a solution. Like, yes, I've been working on a solution for years, 5 years. 5 years I've been battling this struggle, battling this battle, and the only thing, literally the only thing I can try left is this, trying to just manifest something more, because the physical world is not working in my favor. The physical world is saying, Josh, you need to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up and do something different. So I'm just doing that. I'm trying this now. I'm very, very angry though. That is something that absolutely I cannot stand it anymore. You're welcome. And the worst part is that just as I always feel like things are getting better, things take a turn for the worse. I get sick, I need medication, I need to do stuff, I need to rest. My car has issues, my petrol runs out, so on and so forth. I'm just so fucking tired. You know that I'm just stuck here. Luckily, I don't have to go to work this week, but I'm literally just stuck at home because I have no fucking money for no fucking petrol, and my petrol light's been on for a couple days. I don't understand how a human being can live like this. We can't live like this. And the entitlement comes back to the fact that I want money because if I have money, other people will have money. That's just a fact. And unfortunately, it's like
On one hand, people want to call it entitlement because I feel like I deserve the money. But on the other hand, I feel like I deserve the money because I'm the one who wants to give the money away. You know what I mean? I actually want to do stuff with the money that is productive and helpful. So of course I feel like I deserve the money because I definitely feel like everyone else doesn't. Everyone who does have money is wasting it or being corrupt or greedy or assholes, doing whatever the fuck they want. And honestly, I'm at the point where if people die, I don't mind. I've said it often and I'll say it again. The leaders of today all need to be shot in the head. And that's a fact. Donald Trump, shot in the head. Cyril Ramaphosa, shot in the head. Even good old Jacob Zuma back in the day, shoot him in the head as well. Just so that he can get out of this place, you know? Just fuck anybody who's trying to do damage. We don't need damage anymore. We need rescue. So you're telling me that I'm entitled. Well, also fuck you, man. I'm not entitled. I want to make a change, and I can't make a change because I don't have the resources I need. So that's why I feel entitled. Which is interesting because it actually diminishes my entitlement. I don't feel entitled because the fact is I just want to make the money to give the money away. So it's like, I'm not entitled. I just know what I need to do on this planet. And I feel like the whole planet is saying, go do it. You know, every single human being that I've come across has been a hindrance to this. I've never had someone who said, here, Josh, just have a shit ton of money. Actually once. And that actually brings something else up. So I have a mentor and her name is Shubs. And she has helped me a lot with all of my trauma and healing and stuff. She's a witch. She's an energy healer. She's all of that amazing stuff. And she provided me an investment opportunity, which I'll only see the dividends of sometime next year. But she provided it for me, and she said that, you see, Josh, this is what you need the universe to do for you. You mustn't be chasing. You must sit back and let the universe bring to you. And that angered me. It angered me because, yes, on one hand, yes, she did. I did get the opportunity to invest, and yes, I am grateful for it. But on the other hand, it came from her. It didn't feel like it was special. It didn't feel like it was something I manifested or that the universe brought to me. It felt like something that she was doing already, and I just happened to be one of the people that she happened to contact as well. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like I manifested anything. It didn't feel like I brought wealth to myself or anything like that. So it frustrated me because she was saying how this is what I need to do, but it didn't feel like that's what I did at all. But I understand the premise is that was just like a building block. So that was, whether I see it as what she explains it as or not, at the very least, that is something that shows me that I can have more money and that the universe can bring me these opportunities. But I've just been waiting and waiting. I've just been waiting and waiting, and I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. It feels like all I'm ever doing is waiting. And I'm so tired of waiting. I just want to make a difference now. I just want to change things up now. I just want to be my ultimate self and give back to the community and give back to myself more than anything. I'm so tired of never feeling like I am fully on top of my game. I'm so tired of always stressing about money. You know, worry is one thing. I don't necessarily worry anymore because I always have enough, because of my extra incomes, which the universe is so gratefully or graciously given to me. But when it comes to my actual income, I was talking to my mom last night, and the reason it pisses me off so much is because it literally feels like I shouldn't have a job, because I literally make money to spend it on things to do my job to make the money back. So it's like I could either just keep doing the cycle and be working and spending and working and spending, or I could just not have a job and end up in the exact same situation. You know what I mean? So I'm very pissed off about it. And that's another reason why I feel a little bit more entitled, is because if you want to say that I feel entitled to more money from my boss, that's fine, you can say that. But the fact is, if I'm spending my money to do my job, it should be compensated. And that's just basic human decency. But unfortunately, it never was. And all that, probably 50 to 100,000 rands worth of money that I've spent on all of that, I will probably never ever see again. And I just have to accept that. But can you see why this is such a frustrating topic for me? Because there is so much disappointment in the physical world as well as in my spiritual world, in my mental world, inside my head as well. Because I've gone through a lot of traumatic experience as well. When I was in New Zealand, my dad's literally took every single bit of money I had away from me. They thought they were doing me a service and teaching me savings, but they really didn't realize what they were doing me. They fucked me up so much. I already had like a scarcity mindset of money, and then they did that. I mean, dude, my friends were begging me to go out. I just kept saying, no, I can't go out. I don't have money. And then they would say, we'll spend for you. Eventually it got so bad, I just said, no, dude, I'm not going to go out. I just can't go out because I felt too bad constantly having money spent on me and not being able to return the favor. But they basically set a rent that was unachievable. Absolutely fucking unachievable. And it is something that I will never forgive my dads for ever again. And that's just a fact. Because I'm super angry at them for a lot. But I'm very, very, very angry at them about money. And the money lessons that they taught me. Because the lessons they taught me were the most harmful and damaging financial lessons I think I have ever learned in my life. They literally taught me that I have to work super duper hard to make money, and that the money I have will never be my own because it'll always just go away to life and expenses. They literally are the ones that placed those self-limiting beliefs into my head by making me live a reality of that. Do you know that I worked 6 days a week, sometimes 12 to 15-hour shifts, 2 jobs at a point, 2 jobs, waking up at 4 in the morning, coming home at 11 or 12 at night, doing that 6 days a week, and then on the 7th day, they would still make me clean the house and do the chores and run errands. I fucking hated my life there, and I will never forgive them for it. That being said, we need to heal this shit, because I'm tired of feeling sore. I know I just said I will never forgive them for it, but I'm actually already in the process of forgiving them for it. It's just that when I get angry, my words come out in the whatever way they want to come out. But yeah, so I am forgiving them, and that is part of the process, forgiveness and acceptance of all that has happened, and realization that it doesn't have to be that way in the future or even in the present. It doesn't have to be that way anymore. I just don't understand why it still is then. I don't understand why the physical world is still existing like that for me. Everyone says the physical world is a manifestation of your beliefs and thoughts. So how come as I've been changing my beliefs and thoughts, things are not improving? How come for 5 years I've worked my ass off trying to improve myself, self-reflect, impose virtue upon myself, and I'm still here? Like, what the fuck, dude? What more do you fucking want me to do? I honestly don't know. And this is why I'm so angry at God as well. Because God, if nothing else, God can see how fucking hard I'm working to try and change things, try and improve myself, make money. Even beyond that, the fact that I am one of few people who actually doesn't want to hold on to my money, and I actually want to do something to make a difference with it, absolutely God can see that. And still I am in this boat. Still I am in this predicament. And I don't know how to fix it. And that's why I'm trying this manifestation thing. That's why I'm doing these journalings and all of this random bullshit nonsense, because this needs to happen. This needs to change. I can't keep doing this. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years of making money just to spend money on bullshit that I don't actually have money in the end. I'm so tired of it. It's been 5 years. It's enough. I've learned what I needed to. I've learned to not spend when I don't need to spend. I've learned to save when I need to save. I've learned what I need to. All I need now is for the universe to give me more money and stop making me spend it on bullshit things like my fucking car. As soon as that changes, my whole life will change. As soon as my financial issues change, my whole life will change. But for 5 years, I have been stuck in this rut. 5 years, I have been stuck in this rut, and I'm over it now. It's time to fucking change already. Okay, so my mom just made a very, very valid point. And actually, I'm very grateful for that because it's made me realize something. So she says I shouldn't put it up online because this whole rant and tangent, because of things like, for example, if I go to a future interview for a job and they see this, they'll hold me accountable for it. And I'm like, actually, yes, that is exactly what I want, because I never want to have a job where I feel discriminated or unfairly treated again. So if they want to hire me and address this conversation, gladly I will address this conversation because my truth needs to be heard. I am never, ever again not going to be compensated when compensation should in fact take place. And I don't care if this comes across as entitled or anything like this. The fact is, if I spend more than half my salary just to do my job, that is not fair. It isn't fair. It isn't fair, but I am identifying the entitlement in it now because I'm making it sound like I am the exception. No. My issue with this is not that it is just against me. My issue with this is that this is how the world works. My issue with this is that this is what people do to other people. Compensation or lack of compensation, where there should be compensation, is something that grinds my keisters. Very, very much it grinds my keisters. And, you know, and I don't want to leave the job that I'm at now. I want to keep the job that I'm at now, but I also want to feel like I can actually get somewhere financially. I don't want to keep working just to spend all my money on things that'll allow me to keep working. I literally just want to be able to live my life. That's literally all I'm asking for, is a little bit more money so that I can live my life. Ah, jeez, like. But anyways, She said that I need to be aware, I need to be cautious of this because things like this are going to bring up damage and things like that. You know, if I do end up for some reason losing this job and I go to another job and they bring up the fact that I've made this thing and I'm like, yes, I know, blah blah blah. The fact is that I want to have a voice. The fact is that, yes, as much as I need money, because society as a fucking disgusting system needs you to have money to work and to run. But the fact also is that I'm not happy because I can't get anywhere. I love my job, but it's not advancing me anywhere. It's literally keeping me here. I love my job, but it's literally just doing this to me. Just 1 foot and then a foot back, and then 1 foot and then a foot back. I can't even get my left foot going. And if someone wants to hire me because I lose this job, like, please, by the grace of God, let me not lose this job. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just also fucking complicated. It's also ridiculously complicated. But yeah, so my mom says, like, be aware. If you're going to put it online, there's going to be consequences. I'm like, yes, I know there are going to be consequences, but also the truth needs to be told. I'm so tired of sitting back and worrying about if I'm going to lose my job, worrying about if I'm ever going to make it financially, worrying about if I'll ever have more money, worrying about if I can ever get into a different circumstance. I'm so tired of worrying about these things that I'm just going to speak my truth and see what happens. Okay, so I made a whole journal video, actually 2, about the whole topic of money. And I was feeling off about it all, wondering how I can do this better, how I can improve, how I'm supposed to go about this. And I realized that what I might do, because I tried that, it didn't feel good. So what I might do is actually use that. So do my journaling, whether it's video, mirror work, or on paper or Word. Do the journaling and then find the important points and then come to the camera and deliver them on that. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me do that. Okay, so
if you want to know what I've done today for my manifestation thing, the first thing I did was the gratitude in the morning, which I did get that on camera. And the second thing I did was make journals. So I did a bunch of video journals, which we might only look at much later in life. We might not even look at them a bit, depending on that. But that was just me releasing a bunch of pent up frustration, anger, and energy about the whole topic behind finance. As well as get through some healing like entitlement, dealing with entitlements and expectation, things like that. Then I did, like right now, sorry, I got like body stuff going on. But I then right now finished a video on manifestation. I also watched a second video, which was actually my first video on manifestation. I don't remember what that one was about, but this one that I watched now was just about what is manifestation, which we'll talk about at some point. I first need to learn the art of manifestation. That's what this whole project is about. Then the other thing I did was journal on my computer. I opened Word. Oh yeah, I also budgeted. So first I budgeted for the amount that I now have, and then I journaled about the amount that I have versus, you basically just, why do I have this doubt? Why has this been such a painful topic for me? Things like that. So yes, there is a journal. I'm not going to go and show it on screen unless you want to check it out. But if that's the case, then maybe we'll do that like later on, because right now I just want to make this video show manifestation. And one thing I do have to still say is that fuck, it just left my mind, dude, but that means I'm not supposed to talk about it. So okay, one thing that is still on my mind is how I've been putting pressure to the time. And is there anything I need to deal with there? So as in, what I mean by that is that tomorrow is payday, and I'm, hoping, I'm putting a lot of hope, which is therefore, it has the potential to put pressure. So the idea is that I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to just remove myself from the situation of how, and I'm supposed to just put in the fact that I have it, regardless of the how, regardless of how it happens. So I need to focus less on any component that I could see that could bring it to me, and I could rather just focus on the actual me having it already. So I have 32,000 Rand. I earn 32,000 Rand a month now. That is something that I do, and I'm very grateful for it every single day.